The CoinSource channel is pleased to have you back. In what ways will this market cycle's initial XRP price spike play out? In terms of cost, where does that put US? Also, I have some thoughts on this. Just so you know, I'm not one to make predictions. As a result, I will stay out of the prediction business. I am not enthusiastic about doing it. It would not surprise me if we move above $1 if the first major spike in the price of XRP prompts us to do so, though. I don't know why I would even say that. I have experienced 2 initial spikes before, similar to how I have held XRP for the last 6 years. Thus, 2017 can be considered. Although I did not become involved until after the first surge, it did not take long for XRP to move from about half a penny to 42 cents for the first time. Then, as is our wont, we traded horizontally for over 6 months, before slipping back into sideways trading. Before its first major jump, XRP was trading at around 20 cents in 2020, but it skyrocketed to almost 80 cents afterward. From what I can recall, I take it to mean that it is accurate. That, though, was not its zenith. Who are you with? Your vote enter in the option community. Option A XRP. Option B Ripple. Option C SEC. In spite of the obvious stupidity on the part of SEC, it still managed to climb even higher, peaking at $2 in April 2021. It was no secret that the tail hit a new peak by year's end 2017. I won't be surprised if the first initial surge takes us much higher, considering we went from 20-something cents to nearly 80 cents, or slightly more than 80 cents, the last time around. Our first significant explosion occurs while we sit here, hovering about the 60-cent area. We can safely expect it to be far greater than that. Some experts in the field share such opinion as well. Let me be clear, though, before we go any further, I do not hail from a financially privileged family. You should not invest or trade based on my advice, because I am not a financial advisor. Just an enthusiast here that enjoys making short films about cryptocurrency for fun on YouTube. At the time of writing, Bitcoin was priced at $44,272, XRP was selling for 57 cents, the fear and greed index for cryptocurrencies was 71% of 100, and the asset class's market value was 1.67% of the total. For the last X days or so, we have effectively been trading sideways on all of these items, which indicates that the market is waiting for news about the spot Bitcoin ETF before making a move. Anyway, I'm assuming that. Perhaps there will be a period of extreme volatility before it. It would surprise me a little, and we really aren't that far apart either. You will hear from me on March 6th. Since mathematics is not my strong point, the deadline of the 10th is irrelevant. Having said that, we still have a few days to go. Here's what the incredible cryptocurrency said. From what I've observed, he's one of the top chart analysts out there. Now that the chart is full screen, you may examine it. This is the Bitcoin USD chart. In my most recent video update, I noted that the levels had remained at 40,000. Hatfield, I apologize, but this bizarre cadence is becoming intolerable. The levels I described in my last video update have not changed, and the $40,000 gap between the two amounts is still open at $38,000. I also expect it to stay that way. If everything were perfect, people would slobber over this chop. His suggestion will be important in getting the ETF approved and deployed, and I believe it's a fantastic idea. If we confidently break $45,500 at any stage, we might not see the dip image. Last but not least, this dip symbol he sketched out here appears to be about $42,000. Nonetheless, a decrease from $44,000 to $42,000 would be a scary drop. Put simply, he doesn't see it falling much lower than that very soon, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Just to be clear, I was going to bring that up. Following the release of the highly awaited news, the markets will react. For a long time, they had been waiting for this moment. There are a couple more days until the event. In other words, unless something completely out of the ordinary happens. Will it go absolutely bonkers? An analyst named Dark Defender has provided the following commentary alongside an XRP price chart. What he wrote down was this. Incidentally, I will share his perspective with you before devouring Greg's cryptocurrency. How will the first XRP spike appear? At the outset of the video, I posed that exact question. It would still be seen as normal even if the first rise did not result in a record-breaking performance. From what I can discern, that is obvious to everyone, including those who aren't chart experts. During this time, over 6 years have elapsed. In this very moment, recall that XRP's initial price increase in 2017 occurred when its value reached 42 cents. Coming up in 2020, the first surge saw a price of over 80 cents. The peaks of that cycle happen after those two events. We will have an incredible time in the coming months if we are really dedicated to getting. If my suspicions are correct, we will enter euphoria mode. But Dark Defender made a statement that read, "Hello, all XRP in the monthly timeframe got rejected from the 66-cent area." If you look at the last 2 months of data, you'll see that the hammer candles move in tandem with XRP whenever it approaches that important level. Therefore, I am not perplexed as to why this happened. To the contrary, it bears repeating that XRP never rises over this mark. The following are the levels of support and resistance. The fact that these setbacks have occurred despite seemingly bullish indicators such as wave trend and MACD demonstrates that the underlying structures have not changed. 2 cents and 46 cents would do as a base. On top of that, we are adding up those numbers. Support and resistance can be found between $5.85 and 66 cents. Accordingly, as I indicated at the outset of the film, I do not know whether that's. Maybe this is the exact moment, but I'm not sure. It would not shock me in the slightest to see a quick jump above $1 if he's right and the 66-cent resistance is broken. Yeah, this is nothing new. This market cycle is really on a whole different level than the previous two, isn't it? If nothing terrible happens, I'd expect it to be bigger than the last one. Nothing having to do with XRP could possibly be wrong unless it is completely out of the ordinary. Take Bitcoin as an example. Maybe something will happen if its price doesn't hit a new record high. So, we'll see what happens. In the interest of maintaining my optimism, I will pretend that I am aware. Of course, I can agree with you that it is worth mentioning. It might then calm down for a while, depending on how things develop. And where do I even begin? How this plays out is something we'll just have to observe. Why? It is widely anticipated by many respected experts that the most anticipated events will unfold during the first 3 months of this year. Even the less pessimistic forecasts indicate more pyrotechnics by year's end, 2024, as compared to the projections of other analysts. Therefore, I will not pretend to be knowledgeable. However, I am merely attempting to make a point by mentioning that, should this trend persist, we might anticipate a surge, subsequent percentage reductions, and then another surge. That is why I know exactly what I'm doing. I seriously doubt I'll be able to sell you even one XRP until we're talking about at least $5. Other people feel the same way. Even then, I start to cut back. It wouldn't be so outrageous if it were precisely $5. This was created by Greg Crypto, your XRP 500% chart analyst too. Before anything else, you should look over the inverted chart that starts on December 15, 2023. He is also broadcasting it on television right now. Price of XRP graphs and charts. A gentle reminder that XRP enjoys preying on people's sentiments in the moments leading up to a major pump. Absolutely, you're spot on with it today. That is the most spot-on comment I have ever heard in my 40 years of living on our magnificent planet. No one has ever expressed it more accurately. My God, people are getting in shape like crazy right now. Whatever the case may be, he persists in spite of the 500% increase. Moreover, there is more. I believe that this market boom is just the start of our incredible adventure ahead, and the chart below just scratches the surface. Please provide me with the data so that I can advise you of some important news. Something is now being planned that, when implemented, will result in a 500% rise so that we can go on. Keep your cool, XRP Army. You are aware that I have allocated a portion of my gains to other assets, including XRP. It appears like this is going to be the most lucrative agreement. Also, I'm not a trader, as you may already be aware. As a hodler, I have 30 separate coins that I have bundled together. However, there's a good reason why XRP is my largest holding. I will also figure out if that was the right choice. For the last 6 years, I have been waiting with bated breath for the response. By 2021, I would have realized it was a great pick for the SEC, I'm not sure. Nevertheless, I am still really optimistic. Everything that happens here will be watched. The firewall is essential unless you think the market is going to collapse altogether, because no reasonable position that I've seen indicates XRP will not be involved. I find it absurd. This coin features a large top. Quite rightly. Its price action continues to mirror that of other cryptocurrencies. That's the whole story. I am filled with hope as I look forward. By the way, I'm crossing my fingers that this will be our most delightful crypto-related adventure to yet. I am not a financial advisor, so please do not put your money where my mouth is. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye for now.